Welcome back to season two of the Courtside podcast. I'm your host, Keen Lee. Happy Sunday. I know you're wondering, Keen, why are you posting on a Sunday instead of a Monday? Well, it turns out Monday, tomorrow, the first primetime game of this week is at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, in other words, it's going to be kind of hard for me to upload that as well as record all the prime time my prime time picks for this week. So that's why I'm gonna do it today, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well, staying safe, staying warm, staying active. Once again, I want to pray for all the wildfires that are going on in California right now. It's just sad, man. It's really sad right now. And I also hope you guys have a blessed Martin Luther King Jr. Day tomorrow as well. A couple things as always. One, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Two, turn that post notification bell. And three, like this video and comment down below who you think is the biggest threat in the Eastern Conference, the Knicks, the Celtics, and the Cavs. Without further ado, let's get into the game, shall we? All right, so kicking off I think this is week 12 of the primetime games. We got the Grizzlies losing to the Rockets 118 to 120, and I'm still shocked that the Rockets are playing really well. I didn't expect them to play really well. I knew they were going to be an okay team, but it is what it is. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here. Let's see if it can load. All right. Peeking at the Grizzlies, I mean, John Morant went crazy. He had 29 points. Desmond Bane, his counterpart, had 25 points as well. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 17 points. Jalen Wales had 14 points, and their bench was by Jake LaRiva with 12 points. Peeking at the Houston Rockets, I mean, Jalen Green went absolutely crazy. He had 42 points, and he shot the ball really well in this game, which is kind of crazy. Amen Thompson had 19 points to go along with 13 rebounds. Alperen Sengun was held to 17 points in this game, and their bench was led by Cam Whitmore with 16 points. Not gonna lie, the Rockets, they're looking nice. They're looking pretty nice. Peeking at the next game, we have the Spurs and the Lakers, and let me just say that this game was a game that if you ask me which game I got wrong on this week, this was probably up there because I picked the Lakers to win this game because I thought they were going to come out with motivation because of what happened, with LA Fire and stuff like that. But like they always say, I guess not. But anyway, speaking at the box score of this game, Wemby, Wemby versus Devin Vassell and Stephon Castle each scored 23 points. Wemby was held to 8 rebounds in this game, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. He had 2 blocks. Harrison Barnes had 17 points. Chris Paul had 13 points, and their bench was led by Keldon Johnson with 10 points. Peeking at the Lakers, I mean, Anthony Davis was the star of the show. He had 30 points. LeBron had 18 points. Austin Reeves had 12 points. Max Christie had 10 points, and their bench was led by Gabe Vincent with 7 points. Gotta say, I was pretty impressed with the Spurs. All right. Peeking at our next game, we have the Cavs and the Pacers. I believe this is the third game between these two division rivals, or the fourth game. I can't remember on the top of my head. But as you guys probably could tell by now, the Cavs won this game, and this game was not even close. Like, all right. Peeking at this game right here. let's see if this loaded up. Okay, not Tuesday. Back to yeah. There we go. Yeah. We got the Cavs and the Pacers. This game was like, oh my God. All right. Hope it loaded up the game. Cavs and the Pacers, you know. Oh, why did I no, no, no. Why did I click the Wolves game? No. Sorry about that, folks. I'm trying to go back to Go back to Tuesday. I went a little bit too much, if you would. Um, but yeah. But here we go. Cavs and the Pacers. This game was pretty crazy in terms of the scoring in this game, but I told you the Cavs they were built different, man. They're built different. But anyway, peeking at the Cavs, I mean, Donovan Mitchell went crazy. He had 35 points. Darius Garland had 24 points. Evan Mobley continuing to play well. He had 22 points. Jared Allen had 16 points, and their bench was led by Max Strus with 13 points. Peeking at the Pacers, I mean, Andrew Nemhard had 10 points. Pascal Siakam led all scorers with 23 points. Miles Turner had 17 points. Andrew Nemhard, like I said, had 10 points. Benedict Mathurin had 19 points. And their bench was led by Jarris Walker with 11, Obi Toppin with 10, and TJ McConnell with 10 points. Beginning of our next game, we got the Celtics and the Nuggets battle of the Titans right here. This game, actually, no, this was Nuggets. Was it Nuggets Mavs that night? I can't remember. Yeah, Nuggets Mavericks. Sorry about that. I was so confused. I was thinking about a different game, but anyway, I was thinking about like I think last week. But anyway, peeking at this game right here, we got the Nuggets and the Mavericks, and this game was I think this was like a you got hoed kind of game, if you know what I'm saying, from the Nuggets. Jamal Murray, Jamal Murray went crazy. He had 45 points. Nikola Jokic was held to 10 points, which is crazy. Um, But nah, Michael Porter Jr. had 13 points, and their bench was solid. I mean, their bench was led by Peyton Munson with 9 points, but that's about it. Peeking at the Mavs, I mean, what can you say? Like Kyrie had 11 points, Najee Marshall had 11 points, and their bench was okay, I guess. Like Maxi Kleber had 10 points. Oliver Maxon Prosper's his name had 10 points. Daniel Gafford had 13 points. And Quentin Grimes had 10 points. Yikes. Anyway, peeking at this game right here, we got the Knicks and the Sixers. I believe this is game four between these two bitter rivals. Between these two ball clubs, because I feel like they play each other like every other week, it seems like. And whenever they do play each other, it's always on prime time, which is nuts. But anyway, peeking at the box score of the Knicks and the Sixers, game four, I believe, of these two bitter rivals. Um, Peeking at the Knicks, I mean, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson had 38 points. Mikal Bridges had 23 points. OG Anunoby had 17 points. Josh Hart with 10 points, and their bench was led by Precious Achiuwa with 10 points and Deuce McBride. I always get that mixed up. Deuce McBride with 13 points. Oh, this is game two. Okay, bet. Peeking at the Sixers, Paul George had 26 points. Tyrese Maxey had 33 points. He hit that I think it was a tying shot at the end of the game. That was nuts. Kelly Oubre Jr. had 16 points. Eric Gordon had 14 points, and their bench was led by a guy named Justin Edwards with 10 points. Moving on to the next game, we got the Warriors and the Tim. Moving on, we got the Warriors and the Timberwolves. This game was actually like I know the Warriors won by one in this game, but this game that did not feel like close because I think I saw like got score update to my phone saying that the Warriors were up by like 14 and we were like not even done with it. Just kind of crazy. But anyway, peeking at the Warriors and the Timberwolves, yeah, this game was not even close. Like, yeah, the Timberwolves hung around a bit, but just the power of Steph Curry, man. Power of Steph Curry. That's all I gotta say in this one. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here. I mean, Steph went crazy. He had 31 points. Andrew Wiggins had 24 points. Dennis Schroeder had 12 points. And their bench was led by Buddy Hield with 18 and Moses Moody with 11. Speaking of the Timberwolves, Dante DiVincenzo and Anthony Edwards both had 28 points. Julius Randle had 17 points. Jane McDaniels had 14 points. And their bench was led by Naz Reid with 15 points. All right. Peeking at our next game, we got America's Game of the Week, part two. Uh, the Cavs and the Thunder. And all I gotta say in this one was I feel like the Thunder took game one very personally because if you saw in that game was absolute cinema in this game. Because if you wait till you see the box or this game, because this game was ugly. All right, here we go. Thunder went absolutely nuts in this game right here between. But anyway, peeking at the box score of this game, I mean, what can I say, man? Darius Garland had 20 points. Donovan Mitchell had 8 points. That's rare, man. That's rare. You see Donovan going for single digit points, but it is what it is. Evan Mobley was held to 5 points. Jared Allen was the only bright spot, if you would. Him and Darius Garland had 20 and 13 points. And then Ty Jerome led all his bench scores with 12 points. Like I said, this game was not even close. Peeking at the Thunder, I mean, SGA had 40 points. Lou Dort had 22 points. Jalen Williams, J Dub had 19 points. And their bench was led by Brandon Cullerson with 11, Alex Caruso with 10, and Isaiah Joe with 12 points. Yeah. Thunder took it personally. That's all I got to say. Peeking at our next game, we got the Rockets and the Kings. And honestly, this Kings team is very weird. Very weird, if you would. All right. Like, I don't know if you guys have watched the Kings as of late, but they beat who was that team? They won, I think, like what, seven straight at one point, and this is after the firing of Mike Brown. What is that all about? Anyway, peeking at the box score of this game right here, peeking at the Rockets, Jalen Green went crazy again. He had 28 points. Alperen Şengün, I don't know if this is the Rockets' first game back, but in terms of the primetime games, bounced back nicely. He had 21 points. Amen Thompson had 20 points. Dylan Brooks had 12, and their bench was led by Tari Eason with 16 points. Peeking at the Kings, I mean, DeMar DeRozan went crazy. He had 33 points. Malik Monk had 26 points. De'Aaron Fox had 19 points. Domas Sabonis had 20 points. Keegan Murray had 18 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench didn't do anything because the Stars just went absolutely crazy. Peeking at the next game, we got the Magic. I wish what's up saying that. But anyway, we got the Magic. But anyway, peeking at the next game, we got the Magic and the Celtics. I think this is game one between these two ball clubs. Yeah, this was game one between these two. But anyway, we got the Magic losing to the Celtics 121 and 94. I mean, Paolo Banchero went with 21 points. Cole Anthony had 23 points. Wendell Carter Jr. had 15 points. And their bench, I mean, their bench was led by Anthony Black, but that's about it. I'm very like scared now because I'm betting on if Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was the worst free agent signing the Magic had. And I guess we'll never know. Peeking at the Celtics, though, I mean, Jason Tatum went crazy, had 30 points. Kristaps Porzingis, I think, had his best game this season as a Celtic. Right? All right, I could be wrong there. He had 23 points. Jaylen Brown had 20 points. Derek White had 12 points, and their bench was led by Sam Hausner with 8 points. And finally, um, we have we have the Grizzlies and the Spurs, and this game is going to be a great game in the future. Grizzlies and the Spurs. I know Spurs Thunder is going to be electric, but this one's also going to be great because it just brings back so many memories. But as you look at this game, like this game was like an absolute like punch in the mouth kind of game if you look at it. But anyway, peeking at the Grizzlies side of things, because they scored 140 points. Um, Desmond Bain and Jalen Wells each had 22 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 19 points. Luke Kennard had 17 points. And their bench was led by Santi Aldama with 29 points and Brandon Clark with 12 points. I mean, peeking at the Spurs, I mean, what can you say? Devin Vassell had 21 points. Stephon Castle had 20 points. Victor Wembanyama, Wemby had 19 points. He also had 6 blocks in this game, which is nuts. And then Harrison Barnes had 13 points. And their bench was led by Charles Bassey with 12 points. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this week's primetime games? Let me know in the comment section below as we move on to our next activity. All right, so I know on my agenda it says to, discuss who the biggest threat is in the Eastern Conference right now in the Eastern Conference, but I realized like that will take a long time. So we're gonna get into that will be postponed for next week's episode, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, we're at the midway point of this NBA season, so now we're going to be doing our second quarter grades. Now, keep in mind, I haven't been watching a ton of the NBA as of late, so I apologize for that. So if I put a team higher than you expected, or a team lower than you expected, or just put favoritism in some teams, hey, I haven't been watching the NBA in a while. But anyway, here is the tier list. So as you can see, I'm going to pull it up right now on my screen. You know, we have every single NBA team listed. All right. I wish I would stop saying that. But anyway, we have at the bottom grade, which is F, like meaning you're being terrible, like you're having an underwhelming season. Then we have D minus, like you're doing bad, but you're not doing horribly bad. Then we have D plus, like you're doing bad, but like not compared to these two. C minus and C plus, you're doing okay, but you're not doing spectacular. B minus to B plus, you've been playing great. I just need to see more consistency. And then A minus to A plus, I think it's self-explanatory. It is what it is. All right. Starting off with the Atlanta Hawks. I'm gonna give the Hawks a C minus. They've had some good wins, like the one against Phoenix. Trying to think of the one against Boston last night. But I just need to see more consistency with this team to know what to make of them heading into the third quarter of the season. Up next, we got the Boston Celtics. This might come to shock to you guys. I'm gonna give them an A minus. All right. I don't know what's going on with the Celtics right now. They haven't been playing really well lately. Like they lost to the Hawks last night. And yeah, they haven't been playing really well lately. So I'm gonna give them an A minus. They still are the champs, so I'm not discrediting them, but something's up with them. Up next, we got the Brooklyn Nets. You know, it's crazy how this sounds. I'm gonna give them a D minus. Like they've been playing okay as of late. Like they're playing feisty basketball. They nearly won against the Lakers last night, but for now, I say they're D minus. Moving on, we got the Hornets. I gotta give them an F. I mean, their tank job pause, but like they've been doing really well lately, you know. But like I don't know. It's hard to grade a team that's tanking but also trying to play like competitive basketball. You know what I'm saying? Next up, we got the Bulls. Right now, I'm gonna give them a C minus. They've been playing okay as of late, but like we've seen this before. Like, are they contending for a playing spot or are they just tanking for, top draft pick? We don't know. Next up, we got the Cavs. This is an A plus. If I could put this up there, A plus. I mean, they've been playing outstanding basketball as of late. Like, if you they beaten every single team in the Western Conference except for the Thunder game two. And let's be honest, that game was an absolute like, massacre. Next up, we got the Mavericks. I'm gonna give the Mavericks a B minus. All right, they've been playing okay as of late. They just have not played well compared to they were last year and like headed into the season where people said this team is still like a top four seed in the Western Conference. Next up, we got the Nuggets. I'm gonna give the Nuggets a C plus. All right, they've been playing well as of late. Russ looks great in the starting lineup, by the way. Jokic is an MVP candidate. Jamal has been up and down, but like he's been playing rock solid. I'm gonna give the Nuggets a C plus. Next up, we got the Detroit Pistons. I'm gonna give the Pistons a C plus. They've been playing really well as of late. You know, they're like I think in a playing spot, if I'm not mistaken, like heading into like the third quarter of the season, which is crazy. Up next, we got Golden State. This is a D plus. Like, I mean, I'm like they've had good wins, but like some of these losses have been so weird. Like they lost to the Raptors, and I'm not dissing any Raptors fans when I say this, but like, how do you lose to the Raptors? Next up, we got the Rockets. I'm gonna give the Rockets an A minus. They've been playing well as of late. Ime Udoka seems to love coaching younger players instead of veterans, if you know what I'm saying. I just wish they got a star or two, maybe. I know that sounds kind of like crazy considering they're all young, but you got to beat like an upper echelon team if you want to be taken seriously. Up next, we got the Pacers. I'm going to give the Pacers a C. They've been so inconsistent this year. Like they have a good win, and then they lose to the weirdest team possible. Like no offense, Pacers fans. Up next, we got the Clippers. I'm gonna give the Clippers a C minus. Okay, a C minus. They've been playing rock solid as of late. All right, but like it is what it is. Like they've been playing really well, but I'm gonna give them a C minus. Moving on, we got the Lakers. I'm also gonna give them a. I'm gonna give them a C. Like they've been playing really well. AD is playing rock solid. Braun is playing what like Braun despite being 40 years old. I give them a C plus. Up next, we got the Grizzlies. I'm gonna give the Grizzlies a B. Like, what's weird about this team is that when Ja goes out, they continue to play really well. Like I said in the primetime games, they absolutely smoked the Spurs with 140 points without John Morant. That's nuts. Up next, we got the Miami Heat. Godly, D plus. Like, if you guys saw my last two episodes, you guys probably can tell by now, like I'm getting sick of this Jimmy Butler wants out of Miami like trade for like quite a up next, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm gonna give the Bucks a B minus. They have been playing really well lately. Giannis is playing really well. Dame is playing really well. Chris Milton. Chris has been solid, but like he's been playing really well. Up next, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm gonna give the T-Wolves a C. Like they have been so weird this year. Like they will have a great win, and then they will lose to a team. They're like, how is that even possible? Like they will win and then they lose. Like I think they beat the Knicks. What was it last weekend? And then they lose to the Cavs. Not saying the Cavs are a bad team; they're the best team in the league. But you got to be consistent, man. Up next, we got the Pelicans. I mean, I gotta go F here. Like they've been the for all those people out there. This team has been the most disappointing team this season. I don't care what you say. This team has been the most disappointing team. Period. Up next, we got the Knicks. I'll go A for the Knicks. I'll be fair here. I'll give the Knicks an A plus. They've been playing rock solid as of late. You know, Jalen Brunson's playing well. Cat, before he got hurt, has been playing rock solid. I got to give them an A plus. Next up, we got the Thunder. Another A plus. You know, they've been playing rock solid. They've been, yeah, that's all I got to say. Moving on, we got the Orlando Magic. This might come crazy, you guys. I'm gonna give them a B. Like they've had the worst injuries, if you exclude the Pelicans, out of any team in the league right now. And somehow, some way, they're fighting hard every single night. Up next, we got the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, D right now, D plus right now. I just the stats of Embiid has been really, really weird lately. Um, Paul George has been playing rock solid, but it seems like he's miserable there. Tyrese Maxey is the only one that actually cares about winning. And I just gotta say, G. Up next, we got the Phoenix Suns. This might come as glazing to you guys, but as Lil Uzi Vert will say, I really don't care if you cry. I'm gonna give them a C minus. Okay, they've been playing really well as of late. All right, although I wish, like, all right, Beal's been playing rock solid, although he's been hurt. Katie's been playing really well. Book's been has bounced back. I've been saying to him he needs to bounce back. I'm gonna give him a C minus. Moving on, we got the Blazers. Blazers right now. I'm gonna give them a D minus. I mean, this team, man, like it's honestly sad, but like at the same time, we're just tanking, man. It's what we do. Now, I'm not saying like the Blazers tank all the time to my Blazers brothers and sisters, but you know, it is what it is. Up next, we got the Kings. You know what? I'm gonna give the Kings a C. Like they've not a B minus, a C. Like they've been playing really well as of late. You know, I think they were on like a mean winning streak, like I said earlier. But like you know, they've been playing rock solid. Next up, we got the Spurs. I'm gonna give the Spurs a C minus as well. Had some good wins here and there, but they've also some ugly losses, like the one against the Grizzlies last weekend. Whew. Next up, we got the Raptors. F. They're tanking. What can I say? Jazz. F as well. And then the Wizards. You know, granted, they nearly gave me a heart attack when they played the Suns in game one. I'm gonna give them an F as D minus. Like they're tanking, but like Alex Sarr has been playing really well. And that is my second quarter grades for every single NBA team. What do you guys think? Which is crazy, which is not? Let me know in the comments section below. All right, so moving on to our next segment, we're gonna get into. I think we should do our courtside picks for the. We should do our courtside picks for this week, just because like if you guys haven't seen like on my agenda, like let me pull it up right now. There's a lot of primetime games this week. So that's why I avoided recording tomorrow at like really early in the morning, but it is what it is. Anyway, first game up, we got the Lakers and the Clippers. This is, I believe, the Clippers' first game into the Intuit Dome. The Lakers' first time being in the Intuit Dome. I will take the Lakers to win this one, though. However, I just think the Lakers are a better team than than the Clippers. I'll take them to win it. Mavs and the Hornets on Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I am gonna take the Mavs in this one. Yeah, I'm just gonna take that. Timberwolves, Grizzlies. This is a good one. I'm gonna take the Grizzlies in this one, though. I just think the Grizzlies are a much better team, and the Timberwolves, they're inconsistent. Moving on, we got the Celtics and the Warriors. Yeesh. Godly, who do I choose in this one? I guess I'm gonna take the Celtics. I know that sounds crazy, but they're mad right now. They're really mad after losing to the Hawks. I'm gonna take the Celtics. Next up, we got the Knicks and the Nets. I'm gonna take the Knicks in this one. Sixers, Nuggets. I will take the Nuggets. I'll take the Nuggets in this one, just because the Sixers, they don't have Joel Embiid. All right. Up next, we got the Timberwolves and the Mavs. I'll take the Timberwolves in this one, just because I think the Timberwolves are much better. They're the more healthier team, if you would. So give me them to win this game. Warriors, Kings. I'll take the Warriors in this one. Spurs, Pacers, the first Paris game actually in 2025. I'll take the Spurs. It's Wemby's hometown, and Wemby wants to go absolutely crazy in this game. I'm going to take them. Up next with the Heat and the Bucks. I will take the Bucks in this one, just because I think they're playing much better. Celtics, Lakers, an old rivalry. I will take the Celtics in this one. Pelicans, Grizzlies, man, this is very interesting. I will take the Grizzlies. I'll take the Grizzlies. Pacers, Spurs, another game on the primetime game. I will take the Spurs again. Like I said, Wemby's gonna ball out in this game. Give me the Spurs. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Wow, this is a good one. I'll take the Nuggets. I'll take the Nuggets in this one. Celtics, Mavs. I'll take the Celtics. I gotta take the Celtics and Lakers, Warriors. Our first ABC primetime game on Saturday Night Basketball. I will take the Warriors in this one. I think I'll take them to win this one. Because I think they're the most desperate team. So that's my Week 14 NBA picks. What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, so now we're going to get into our next segment, which is our courtside hierarchy rankings. I'm going to do this quickly. If I do it without hesitation, just bear with me on this. 10, I will take the Kings to win this game. Number 9, I will take the Lakers. 8, I'll go with the Bucks. 7, I'll go Mavs 7, 6 Grizzlies, 5 Knicks. Man, this is hard. I'll go Rockets. Where are the Rockets? I'll take the Rockets at number 4. I'll take the Rockets at 4. Celtics at 3. Thunder at 2. I know that sounds crazy, but it is what it is. And number 1, I got to go with the Cavs at number 1. Number 1 at yeah. I'll show you guys my tier list so you can see it for the first see it. So in case you haven't seen it already, but anyway, I got the Cavs at 1, Thunder at 2, the 3 is the Celtics, 4 is the Knicks, 5 Rockets, excuse me, 5 is the Knicks, 6 is the Grizzlies, 7 is the Mavericks, 8 is the Bucks, 9 is the Lakers, and 10 are the Sacramento Kings. So what are you guys' thoughts? And let me know in the comment section below. And that's gonna be to do it for this week's episode. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your Sunday. Stay safe, stay warm. Have an awesome Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And until next time, this is Keelan Lee signing off. Peace.